This is the beginning of my Go Gateway house. This is like a school of experience. This is how I came to create Ken Up, Ken Down. This is a package experience that I got from interviewing people in the DMV area and also people in the virtual world. So that is artists, creatives, locals, professionals, students. This is before and during COVID. Here are their stories, experiences, and perspectives. I want to know what you guys think about LeVar Ball, and I don't know if y'all have watched what happened recently.
The what?
LeVar Ball.
I don't think you're not familiar with him. Yeah. So he.
Do I have to watch TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
So yeah.
But it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword because it's us being us and how they view us as sexual predators due to
Who's us?
black men.
Black men.
Yeah.
But also a black man moving and rising in power, not being able to be boxed in.
Yeah.
You know.
So who is he exactly?
So Lonzo Ball was the number one pick that came out last year. Magic Johnson made a way to get him into the Lakers. No, the year before last. And anyway, he has another brother. All three of his brothers, well, all two of his brothers, they ball just like him, but it's like a line. It's 2-year difference, I think, between all of them. Two or 3 year difference, or 2 year difference, and like they're ballers. You know what I'm saying? Like UCLA, the other one balls in Lithuania. It just sound like a major contract. But the thing is, Lonzo Ball was his whole hype, just to his capability. His dad is like an OD businessman. I don't want to say clown, but the theatrics, he understands. He's like overconfident, like, you know what I'm saying?
Outspoken like crazy.
Outspoken like crazy. But he's him, you know what I'm saying? The same token. And it's all him, you know what I'm saying? Like he's branded his boys. His boys is so
this should have been explained on the thing because everybody might not know. Like,
I mean, we can do that.
Oh no, it's on. It's on.
Oh, but it's one of them things like, as a black man saying, this is my tribe.
Yeah.
It's not a kicker, but he's married to a white woman.
Okay.
So the ESPN thing was the statement. I think he said something. He said something you can.
Molly was like, let's switch gears. While they were speaking, she was like, LeVar, let's switch gears. And he responded, yeah, Molly, I was like, you can switch gears with me anytime.
And he smiled at me. He said the same token. They like, oh, you know, he's making a sexual pass.
He's flirting with her.
Yeah.
He made a shot at her.
This was live on TV.
Yeah.
On the TV, they didn't speak about it. She just was like, let's focus here. Yeah. And then she kept asking questions. But, after that, public perception was like condemning him, And, if you know him, he's super outspoken, like he said. And he, like, always speaks up for his kids.
For him? It wasn't like, this is just who.
That's how some people would see it. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't think there's anything crazy about that situation where he's banned from ESPN.
Yeah,
really?
Completely 100%.
Banned.
Because
I think that's extreme.
That's not.
I mean, if he was white,
he wouldn't.
I don't think that would have happened.
No.
If he didn't have no power,
and that too.
If he didn't have his son just signed the contract. So when I say all money in with his thing, his wife has them because she is also the keeper. You know what I'm saying? He thought I train, I raise, we move, but it's so tight knit because the shoes he was doing. They formulated shoes, the BBB, the Big Baller brand. So it's Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Ball, and
D'Angelo, Lonzo. Yeah.
So as having sons, 23, 21, 19.
Yeah.
Contract after contract after contract. You know what I'm saying? The sponsorship, the branding, but they're branding what's their last name, what is ours, what I own, what we all own. So it's just like so many things that they can't really take away
So
from.
this was an opportunity for them.
Oh, but of course, you know what I'm saying? Like this is like got you.
But do you think they've been planning on finding a way to shut him down, or this just happened and they were like, it's a good opportunity for us?
Like I say, I feel you said your word in that sentence was extreme. You said you felt it was extreme. So it's a lot of ways you could have went at it. It's a lot of ways you could have went at it.
Yeah.
This was a person like Charles Barkley is a basketball player that would say anything out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You know, he said it back in the early 90s, like, I am not your kid's role model. Is that a third? That was his brand. He's branded as the, you know, but he's verbal.
Yeah.
And also a badass on the court.
Yeah.
So the difference is this is an entity who is just a lot of mouth, but he backs his mouth up. You know, not as big. Of course, he over speaks and, you know, be not realistic with a lot of the stuff he said. But if you set out for 100 and you get 30 or 40% of which all yours, you know, you're still uberly winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
what do you think about the fact that so his son just got traded for AD, who's one of the best players in the game. So his son got traded. He feels like Los Angeles Lakers betrayed him and his family, you know, because he wanted all his kids to go to the Lakers, right? Okay. So now his son is going to a market that's like way lesser than LA. So he's not going to be getting that attention that he was getting before when he was in LA and everybody wanted to hear what he has to say. So, you know, today I was talking to my friends and they were like, yeah, so as a business, ESPN is like, we don't even need to be attached with this person who we don't need to promote him anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, instead of us being attacked by the public, let's just get rid of this guy who doesn't really affect our business anymore.
What's the kicker?
What do you think about that perspective?
I mean, I totally agree with it.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It is. And that's like, I was playing Kanye's Black Skinhead earlier this morning. Because I saw that reparations thing. Yeah. And as a man, as a black man, like, to not feeling defeated, but at the same token, it's like unfathomable of all the blockades. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just going through life and seeing it or hearing about it, or dang, you know, LeVar, like, damn, it's such and such. To hear what Kanye was speaking, this is now, what is it, 5 years now? Or 6 years since Jesus? You know what I'm saying? He's saying it from a different perspective, but there's a lot of, like, Nina Simone, it's always been the same thing, but like, yo, back to like what we said, the unity, we have to care more about us. Like, he ain't do nothing wrong. We should, if anything, should be backing him still. And I can't push past his personality. Yeah. But what he's doing is the reason, I mean, it's not the reason, it's what we all should like be doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as that ownership, Tyler Perry just spoke on that joint not too long in the interview, and he was just like, he didn't understand it, but he was like, all the wealth or gaining and doubling up is wealth. I mean, it's through ownership. No matter what it is, it's just own what you put your heart and money that you believe in, own it. You know what I'm saying? When you lay your head, own it. If you lay your head, own it. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though about this. So, you know, as a woman, if you were on ESPN, you know, and let's say I was LeVar Ball and you was like, yo, LeVar, let's switch gears. And I was like, Mary, you can switch gears with me anytime. How would you feel?
I mean, he's been on the show before, right?
He's been on the show before.
So it's not like...
Many times.
Yeah, so I mean, if I know that's his character, I wouldn't have taken it so serious because I know that's his character. And then I would have just beelined it and kept it moving. Yeah. But what they are doing to him seems like they've been waiting to get him.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, okay, I don't know her, so I don't know how, like, if she's really offended. Right. Like, you know, and I'm like, are you really offended?
And if she wasn't, why didn't you speak? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you got, you know, something.
But I think they probably asked him to apologize, and he said no, knowing him. I think that's really...
I see both of that. And I also know, like, we are deep in the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
and which was president, like certain things are out of proportion.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even eggshells at this point no more.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, like, calling it straight down the middle doesn't even exist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, if she was offended, like, and this is his first time, you know, coming at her that way, like, I definitely would have voiced, okay, I didn't appreciate you doing that. Please don't let it happen again. Off camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then if it happened again, like, all right, now it's too far.
I mean, we also don't know if that happened off camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
But would you have apologized would you apologize? And would you have had your husband apologize?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm saying publicly, though. I'm not talking about behind the scenes. I'm talking about, like, you know, like coming out and saying, you know, on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, however they drop messages nowadays. So be like, yo, I apologize if she was offended.
And everything.
Only if if he's really sorry for doing it. But if he wasn't sorry, then.
His ego is out of this world.
Okay,
that's
so
that's his.
He's definitely not apologizing.
Of course, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
But is that bad for business?
Man, but that is his business. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have that, he would be nothing. His kids aren't. They're good, you know, but they're not. That's not good enough.
He's gonna be on a different station and probably just gain a show. Like, who knows?
You will get tired of him. He has that capacity of just overdoing. You know what I'm saying? But for ratings, because ratings is a microwave generation. Like, it's like, okay, what's hot? This hot? Are you good? Like, the candle is gonna burn out. Who's hot? What's hot? This hot? You know what I'm saying? So he was hot because his son was coming in. Yo, he got a 3-peat of gaining. This is hot. This black guy, oh my God, it's like this, that, and third. Oh, he got a shoe. Hold up, his son wearing the shoe. Like, hold up, Nike was trying to get to him. He said, nah, my son don't need you. We good.
Yeah.
And it, you know, like, it's just like, oh, hold up, it was good, but this black man now is, you know, he's gaining too much in a sense.
And he preaching independence.
So a lot of stuff shifted, and then. I think things be rigged. So his accountant, the guy that was robbing money from Lonzo, did you know about that?
Yeah.
So that was his dad, because his dad's like, I cover all this thing, and you think as a man, but you think from a father-son thing. My dad he got me. You know what I'm saying, man? Because of the ego, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hired him, whatever. Nobody was paying attention to the thing. Yeah. So, you know, his son's like, well, damn, Joe, like, a lot of my money. Like, nah, you know, so that's his whole brand. You know? So now he has to go to the next son. But that was the son that's the best. You know what I'm saying? He has swag, he has style, but he doesn't have size. Yeah. So, you know, he scored 100 points was it 100 points? 90. It was something like he scored some crazy points against some no name teams. But you know, he has a lot of development to do. Yeah. But, you know, his brand, because it's back to the big baller brand. Yeah. You know, he's trying to milk as much as he can and then go into the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Take this business and make it a conglomerate. Yeah. And he's doing all the steps. You know what I'm saying? But you need relevancy. You need a product or a consistent product. Then you need the face of the to push the product. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to do it. He's lost one of his main sponsors of viewership. ESPN. So how else are you gonna be really relevant?
I mean, they made him. You know, they were the one giving him all the attention. But do you think like this helps feminism in any way? Where, you know, it keeps men in order in a way. Like, don't do this.
Yeah,
like,
it's in a way it's okay. We're demanding respect on her behalf. Mm-hmm. And he, I'm sure, has learned a lesson, hopefully. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there are certain things you just don't say to women. Yeah. This is an example. She could have felt like, okay, you're that sexual assault right there. Mm-hmm. What are you trying to say by saying that? Yeah. So, I'm sure all the women are cheering for her.
Yeah. And it's...
How do you feel about feminism? I want to hear your perspective on that.
I'm for it. I think it has definitely raised the bar for men, and maybe intimidated some. Yeah. I'm all for women fighting for equality and fighting for their rights and fighting for what they deserve and, you know, standing up for themselves and understanding their power as women and the respect that they should have, being the ones who bring life, you know. So I'm for it. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. You think women are obligated to educate men on feminism, or men are obligated to just go find out by themselves?
Obligated. I don't think I would say we're obligated to teach them. I think you're obligated to teach whomever, him or her, what respect looks like to you.
Okay.
And I mean, that's for men too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we're obligated to teach people what respect looks like to us.
Yeah, and I it also it's respectable because women give men the direction, the purpose.
Yeah.
Those boundaries that they set, but also how they go about a man is not naturally boundary setting. You know what I'm saying? The wired, how your mind is wired. But I feel that the woman's actions in speaking out on these matters, whenever it is needed for them, because women go through too much. You know, I just feel that it's just a fine line of it. Okay, certain things be like, man, all right, listen, like what's going on? But it's really needed still though, as far as it's men and women. And I know 50, if we all, you gotta respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect their being, what they go through, what they endure. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, they gave life. They're the closest thing that God. They are God. You know what I'm saying? They recreate this. It's vision. It's everything. It's existence.
Yeah.
You know. So I definitely. I mean, other countries, you know, the respect level for women is not even a fraction of. But I feel since we have came so far as them. The black women are the number and the fastest as far as they're selling financially in education. It's like they lapped it like 3 times than other races or something else. I mean, that's like numeric in the statistics.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still not viewed as that respect or equal. You know, but the past 3 years, I would say even what's that? Hidden Figures. Around that time, after that movie.
Oh, the movie, yeah.
And they showed,
yeah.
And then it was some other things that have happened, and not only in the media, but it's been a good run and momentum built off of this Me Too movement. Some things I just feel like not a. I just feel it's such a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? It's such a slippery slope because you.
Would you say it's intimidating sometimes, like the Me Too movement?
Yes.
Or even the women's empowerment, and you see it all the time: empowerment brunches, empowerment this.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of it. You know what I'm saying, for women, and it's nothing. I wouldn't say intimidating, but you know, the kid that's hungry, he only see the people eating over there. Mm-hmm. You know, that feeling that he feel. Mm-hmm. That's what, you know what I'm saying. Respectably though, it's just not like, you know what I'm saying. Like men have things, but the magnitude of how women get together and there's certain things.
We know how to gather. Like, so how was it intimidating? What do you say?
For me, it's intimidating because of the slippery slope aspect of it. You know what I mean? Where you can literally, you might say something that you really, really had no bad intention. And you're going to get canceled tomorrow. And you're going to be like, yo, wait, what the fuck happened?
There's no grace there.
So that part, and it's like, as a businessman, that's something, because, I put everything public, you know what I mean? I have a public platform.
Right.
So I'm always putting out messages, you know what I mean? And it's like, people actually have feelings towards whatever they see, And, you're not really trying to offend. You're always trying to educate, especially when you have a business, you know what I'm saying? Because you actually have to give good service to get paid well, So you want to put out things of good content, and it can be taken the wrong way because people feel like they have to use the power of the movement to punish people, Not just Me Too, just even cancel culture.
Yeah.
So that's where it's intimidating, because I'm sure that there are people that shit is affected that did not mean it,
Right.
And it wasn't their experience, but they won't be believed. But
I got
is it karma? I mean, maybe that's what it is. Is it karma for men?
It's karma for men.
It could be.
It could be, like,
It could be.
It's like, yo, look.
It literally, I mean, but it goes back to like.
Nah, I want to hear what she had to say. She ain't answer. She didn't say yes or no.
But why would it be karma? Like, why would it be karma?
Because men have been doing a lot of dirty shit for a long time.
Women have too. They just don't get caught as much as men. We're a lot smarter with our actions.
Yeah.
Than men are.
Okay. And so this is just a straight up takeover. But let me ask y'all this: do you guys think feminism and gender roles can coexist?
Gender roles. I think the gender roles. I mean, being married. The gender roles. You kind of like.
It's tricky. I this is one thing I'm learning. Like this is men talk. Like man talk.
Yeah.
Man, like the ideals of trying to wrap the logic or certain thing, the separation. You know what I'm saying? The compartmentalizing, the analyzation.
Okay.
Like me personally, and I've been getting closer to God. Like it's non-existent. And she was been studying ego and talk sweet talk. Like the things we conceive or set precedent or separate, and like all this is logic based, but it's not heartfelt based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's sides, it's, cool side or the not cool side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Why gotta be sides? You know what I'm saying? Or why?
I hear that.
Like it's spirits, it's people trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's just weird when you start getting clarity of certain things and you see so much of the separation of us just being.
Yeah.
That's always the problem. You know what I'm saying? White or black, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gender roles or this is supposed to be or not. Like it's a whole.
I think that gender roles kind of just happen in especially relationships.
Okay.
Like there's certain
So it's
things.
inevitable.
Yeah, some things.
Okay.
Like certain things that you just do because you're the man
Yeah,
of the house.
absolutely.
And there's certain
Yeah.
things I just do because I'm the woman of the
Yeah.
house and I'm the nurturer. So I think we're wired in a way where it just happens. to a
Naturally
certain
wired,
extent.
you say? Okay.
And then there are other things that kind of cause it.
Yeah. Nah, I think I think they can coexist, and you bring up a really great point, because it's like, in our society we like taught to think logically about things, especially America. Like everything is like analyzed to the T, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you let go of that. You can look at that as like chains, you know what I'm saying? You let go of that. And this is what Kanye is talking about. I don't know if you've been following him lately.
Thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
And that,
I'm a free spirit. I'll definitely identify with it.
Yeah.
Gravitate to it.
Yeah. I think like a lot of people were afraid to get in that space.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what's on the other side.
But it also looks different.
Power.
Yes.
It's power on the other side.
Yeah.
Like,
Say it again.
There's definitely
really
power on the other
powerful
side.
when you say it.
And even with that free thinking, it brings you digging deeper within yourself. Mm-hmm. So, like, I've been on a journey just trying to master myself, and mastering myself is mastering my thoughts.
Okay.
So, and understanding that I have power over me.
Yeah.
So you can't really affect me unless I allow you to.
Yeah.
And then I made a post today saying life is about learning to separate your ego from your spirit.
Yeah.
And how we are sometimes, am I really mad or is my ego mad?
Okay.
You know, and you have to separate that. Like, in spirit,
that's that Gemini talk.
Yeah, in spirit, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But in ego, I'm pissed as hell. You know? So you have to choose, do you want to be okay, or do you want to choose this pain body where you're mad and angry, you like that feeling. A part of you like that.
Okay.
So
it's very psychological. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's it's like we're not taught that though.
No,
that's almost like you gotta learn that in life. You know what I mean?
It's we always say it, but it doesn't get no more simple. Like we have to go through it to get to it.
Yeah,
you know, there's no other way in life, and I think once one really starts accepting that things aren't as, I don't want to say you get a different perspective on it, because I mean you know it's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying, what is it, it's not about it's how you go or get bounced back or go through, and like from all the passages, everything is always the test. You gotta go to that, you know what I'm saying, and like what's on the other side, it's that peace, or it's that fruits of your labor, or it's that, you know what I'm saying, what you asked for, you reap the benefits of, but you have to go through that process.
Let me ask you this. So me and my boys were having a conversation, and one of my boys said, you know, black people are asking for reparations now. You know, it's everywhere, you know, especially all the politicians, you know, that are running for president, they go on Breakfast Club, and that's the first question they ask, you know. Mm-hmm. And my boy was like, we should have asked for that when Obama was president. I want to know what y'all think about that.
Yeah,
I think so.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but that
oh, he said that.
I think that it makes sense, but the thing is, because that's common sense.
Yeah.
And common sense isn't common, but he would get blocked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's too much power for what you already are. We let you in. Yeah. Look, don't ask for anything else type of thing. You know, his hands was tied. Man, listen, he was doing a lot that people aren't knowledgeable of, but he also, you know, had to play their game. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what Mitch McConnell said?
No. This is when Obama was in office. People was expecting so much more. Yeah. And when you when you dance with the devil, you know what I'm saying, you could be favored, but he is a black man. He was able to do what they allowed him to do, but he had to
they allowed him to do, they're undoing. So it's like at the end of it's gonna be like, you ain't do nothing.
Yeah. You was in office.
We let you sit there.
You know, it's like we sprinkled hope for them. You know, that's because that was his thesis when he was going off. That was his campaign. Yeah. But you know, stuff is, I commend it to see the history and everything, but there's a lot of stuff that he was not doing as well. Yeah. You know, I don't even necessarily fault him because he's just a puppet.
Yeah. Right. You know. So you think we knew at that time not to ask, not to? I mean, I'm sure people have been asking forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really publicized like it is now. You know. So you think like,
man, our people, God bless them. You know, it wasn't relevant. Yeah. What brought it? I forget who had brought it up, but we wasn't knowledgeable of saying it's not an everyday thing that people were rallying and pushing for. It was on their mind. Yeah. It's when like a trend, certain things come now. It's all on ship or all on board.
Yeah.
And like,
you think it's a trend right now?
It's when I say it, it's not a trend, but it's okay.
Because I asked you that because you think they're really gonna grant reparations?
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about the why hasn't it been going on for almost at least a decade?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We should have been seeing reparations. Honestly, with Rodney King with the riots in '93.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or moving forward, because Maxine Waters was pushing hard for a lot of stuff for our culture.
Yeah.
Who was for our culture pushing for anything or knowledgeable of where and how to push?
Yeah.
So like the thing is, it's visible. It's on your audio, your mind. You hear, you see it. So it's okay. But like we when we had possibly positioned to be having a fighting cause for a lot of certain things before all these other things that had these blockades that have came.
Yeah.
Like they're not giving us anything. You know what I'm saying? Like anything.
They're not.
They don't want to see. They don't. You're
So-
not viewed equal.
not.
So all the politicians are speaking about, reparations are needed. These, like, if I become president, I'm definitely gonna work on that. You think they just
It's hope.
straight up lying, or they believe in it a little bit?
Straight up lying. It's
Right, they're just, right. Give the hopeless hope,
Yeah.
so we can bait them in.
cheap, man.
That's-
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's who can package and spit shine the hope campaign in his own way.
Yeah.
You got a lot of trappers talk about drugs all day, make 5 albums. That's like 12 albums.
Yeah.
Between 3 people talking about the same damn thing. It's no different from the campaign. It's how are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, really,
You
where's
think
your
they gonna
remote?
do it?
No, I don't think so. I think that there's gonna be some initiative that's gonna give some type of promise, and there's gonna be money that comes with it, and they will be like, "This is the first step." You know what I mean?
I ain't got it.
And then
You
nothing
think
after
you
that.
get
I ain't even got him doing that.
If whoever, let's say, I don't know who's gonna win the primaries, but let's say Bernie Sanders wins, and really like his support from black people is based on the fact that we want reparations. He's gonna have to do something. It's gonna be very little. Like I said, a promise, some initiative, some money, and then you never hear about it again. So some people gonna get money, gonna get paid to speak about it. It's gonna be some market, it's a little something,
Right.
If he wants to run for 8 years, he's gonna have to do some things,
I mean, he's too old to run for 8. He can't do 8.
Wait, is he older than Trump?
Yeah. Yeah,
How old
Bernie.
is he, you know?
Bernie?
Yeah.
He in the 80s.
I know he old.
Wait. I should have laughed. This is yo old.
Yeah, Trump is like in his he's 71 or something like that.
72 or 3. It's between that.
But Bernie's in his late 80s. Like 88, 87, 88. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. You said 88?
Dog. That's why they want to laugh. Bernie they're not gonna.
Hold on. Bernie's 88.
Yo, wow. Hey, go ahead. For the benefit of the doubt, let's say a max 84. Let's say a max 84.
Yo.
He's in the 80s.
This man is 77.
He's 70.
He 80. Technically. 77 is 80.
I was reaching.
You were hard.
You said 88.
I said, was he born in 88? No, he wasn't. Yo, I mean,
So 77.
is he the oldest person in the Senate?
He up there because he's been around. Like I said, since the King and all that. When he's been. This is in the late 60s. He was already.
Yeah, they took one picture of Bernie when they had the protest, and he ran with that. You know, he was like, "Yeah, I was with King. I marched with him." Black people love that kind of shit. It's like, yo, he with us. Let's go get it, Bernie.
Just like Biden, man. Like, my Lord, the politics. I don't watch it. I don't pay attention. I pay attention to the moves and things that they do.
Yeah.
But I don't get caught up in all of that stuff, man, because It's always like chess, man. I mean, that's go back to that statement that I made. Like when you really sit there and just be like, yo, all the blockades that like that we have, it's not defeating, but you have to be aware of clear conscience, and it's amplified. It's amplified. It's not just cause your skin. Like it's eligible. It's logical. It's in school. It's in this and in that. I mean, it's not. You still have your way because you gotta push through with it. But it's.
I think the black man has it worse though.
It's amplified. Yeah, it's amplified, man. It is crazy.
I wanna ask you guys about business. You know, as a married couple, like, how do you guys feel about being in business together? You know, a married couple being in business together, because you know, I think it's advised against, right? Yeah.
We get that question a lot. I know. In the beginning, it was a headache. I like you, because we didn't find the flow yet.
Yeah,
we haven't found the flow. So as we work and kind of respect each other's craft and our strengths, we allowed each other to operate in our strengths. And okay, where you're weak, I'm strong. Where I'm strong, you're weak. And then we just come together. But the first couple years, I was just like, bruh.
Yeah, man. It's,
how did y'all maintain patience through it? Because you said a couple years, so.
Yeah, I
that's my weak spot. Patience.
Patience. Oh, okay. She got the patience.
No, the patience is hard for her.
Yeah,
you know,
but a lot more patient.
But okay.
The patience.
But the thing is like, I love her to death. I believe in her. You know what I'm saying? I see. I have like. I'm her number one fan, you know what I'm saying? I want to see her visions come to life, you know what I'm saying? Rather it be cheerleading, rather it's helping out, whatever it may be. So there's no ego in anything, you know what I'm saying? I respect the two spot because, you know, you're a star. I see you, you know what I'm saying? So it defining the jail, it's not, I think it's more so just conducting, you know what I'm saying? And really setting, just efficiency and just how we, you know, respect, you know. Yeah. So I mean, it's always, at least like from my part now, let's say like the patience mate, because it is a vision that I believe in her. Like I saw it, she talked about it. Like I'm the closest person to her in her life, so I see it, so I respect it, but I wish success for it in any possible way. You know what I'm saying? As a husband, as a helpmate, but as a fan, you know what I'm saying? But also as a partner, you know what I'm saying? So it's not as when your heart's in it or you rock with the person's dream as opposed to you're coexisting or coinciding or logic based, you know what I'm saying? It that's when things, because it's now it's X, Y, Z, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it's not X, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
I think we had to learn to separate business and relationship.
Okay.
Like, I can't be irritated with you and something in business and it spills over to, you know, and understanding that we all learn different.
Yeah.
You know, so because, you know, I learn different and because I know you learn different, that affects how I communicate, you know, so I have to communicate to you so that you'll get it, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's just knowing the person, even when I have employees, understanding how
their patience.
Yeah, my patience is patience, like understanding my employees and stuff.
Okay. So like, you feel like when you have employees, like you have to learn patience before, or like learn it through the process with them?
I'm learning patience now. Like, he told me, you know, okay, I need you to write. He's a visual learner, so I need you to write certain things down, how we handle intakes to clients, instead of me telling him, you know, okay, this. He was like, no, I need you to write it down. He was like, well, you're going to need a 1216 code of conduct book anyway.
Yeah.
So this is how I learned. You might get an employee that you can't just talk that to. You have to, they need to see it. So I think that this process with him is actually preparing for me for greater, us for greater.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm learning it now, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Indeed, man. Indeed, Joe.
What do you think about all that?
Listen. I
You just got a lot of credit.
I mean, thank you, baby. But it's not me though. You know, like it is walking the walk with her and seeing. Just for a lot of people, it's not for me to say. It's for you to say. But like 1216, a lot of people don't know the meaning or the 1216. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman. She's a mother that had to carry her child.
Yeah.
A child passed inside of her, and she still had to bear it, carry it, deliver it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different thing that men can't fathom. I can't fathom. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for support with her.
Yeah.
You know, that's first and foremost. You know, so the execution of certain things, and it's a process. So to see her walking in her gift, but that meaningful thing of why, you know what I'm saying, you're making your daughter proud, you're doing it for this, but we're empowering people because our motto is style that empowers. So it's a bigger respect thing. So it's like, you know, totally different. I mean, the average person would not know, doesn't know, but that's what it is.
I mean, I feel like it's such a profound story, you know. It's intense. It's like, like you said, that's something that I can't fathom.
No.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Is there something you can share or?
Oh yeah, it's actually in my book, Don't Block Your Bloom. I share the details of that journey in that season of my life where, you know, I was in an abusive relationship, and I'm sure that played a part in, you know, my daughter passing because of the stress, the abuse, whatever.
Yeah.
She actually passed away a week before my due date. So I already had my baby shower, you know, her room's already set up, and I carried this child for 9 months.
Yeah.
Full term. So by the time I got to the hospital, there was no heartbeat. Just short version of the story. No heartbeat. I asked for a C-section, and if you don't know what that is, that's when they cut and pull the baby out.
Yeah.
Instead of you actually birthing the baby vaginally. So they could not do that. So I had to dilate 10 centimeters, labor, everything, before I was able to push. So I'm going through all of that while still trying to understand when I birthed this baby, she's already dead and I can't take her home. So it was like it was a lot to process all at one time.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
And then your life.
Yeah, and then life after that, falling into depression and still being in that relationship. So, yeah, I share that truth in my book.
Yeah. It's
in the process.
Don't Block Your Bloom. Go check out Amazon. Don't Block Your Bloom.
I don't have words.
www.don'tblockyourBloom.com.
Yes,
you're very powerful. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely,
you.
definitely. So I understand. Yeah, what you said. You know, it makes sense. You know, these stories are life changing. So I mean, does it make you fearless?
Does it make me
fearless?
Fearless. That's a good question.
That's like the ultimate free thinking.
Yeah. That's.
When I think about it, yes. When I sit here and think, I never had to think about that question, but when I sit here and think about it, now that I've gone through that journey and I've come out, I feel powerful.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gained a certain level of power internally. Like when people think of power, they think of power over something or someone.
Yeah.
And that's to me just surface power.
Yeah.
But the real power is the strength that you gain, I say, owning your mess.
Yeah.
healing from past traumas, breaking generational curses, owning your truth and walking in your truth and not being ashamed of your truth. Because in your truth comes healing, in your truth comes freedom, and in your truth comes power.
Yeah.
So now that you've asked me that question, I can say yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you guys this. You know, this is the question.
Drums, please.
So, I mean, you guys already heard about Black Men Don't Cheat, right?
I've been seeing that hashtag, and I'm like, what is this? And then you see the joke about Black women listen or something.
Oh, really? Yeah, Lil Duval did make a song called Black Men Don't Cheat, though, with Charlamagne, which is like, really? Yo, these guys are serious, you know?
They're being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, I know
It's a good movement if we can make it a positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's gonna make guys really be faithful and say, yo, I want to be in that bracket.
We can encourage.
Yeah.
That's a good form of encouragement and a because Duval's delivery is he's a comedian, so even like the smile bit, like it's like truth, like smile more, be happy, you know what I'm saying? Come on, listen. Yeah. So he had spoke on that in the interview actually.
Yeah.
Really?
When he's doing these things, they're intentional actually, but it's like little. It's like a duality. He's it's undercut. He mean this, but it's like hey.
Yeah.
Because he's like, man, more. That's why he has his whole cannabis line and all that stuff. But even when he was speaking about his cannabis line, it's back to like smile more. We need to be, you know what I'm saying, more happier, more not angry, not more envious in certain things. But anyway, go ahead and go in with the question.
But I want to talk about cheating because I know cheating is a big thing.
Yeah.
For me, I've went through like, all right, I've never had a girlfriend, right? But you know, I've had friends who have girlfriends, so they're going through cheating process, you know. So initially I was like, if a girl ever cheats on me, it's over. But now I'm like, yo, cheating is just a part of life. So I'm like, if it happens, you know what? I just deal with it and see if I want to be with this woman or not, you know? Where y'all at in your life from your perspective of cheating?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because you said, okay, if she cheats, whatever. So at what point... Okay, cheating once.
I'm not saying it's cool. Let's not get that twisted. I wasn't like, yeah, cheat on me, baby.
So I'm saying, like, do you just, if she cheats over and over again, like, is that okay? Is that okay?
I probably would not be with a woman that cheats on me twice, you know?
Okay.
But I'm saying, like, even if it happens once, all right, before I had the fear where I was thinking, like, yo, if a woman cheats on me, that's going to crush me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was younger. And I had that ego, you know what I'm saying? And if we ever found out that somebody's girl cheated on them, it was always like, damn. Yeah. It affects you, the guy, like, yo, people look at you like, damn, she cheated on you? Like, what are you doing wrong, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think I had that ego. And then as I grew up, I just saw it everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, hold on, yo, this should happen. So, like, if it did happen, I would just see if I want to be with that person or not. It's like, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think... you need to define what's cheating if you want to talk about in relationships or just in general.
Yeah, that's one.
Because...
Or with your partner.
Yeah. Okay. Because what I view as cheating, you may not view as cheating in your relationship.
Very interesting.
That's like I said, it's just one, like there's layers to how people view it, you know what I'm saying? And it's the boundaries, like if one didn't set, or if they did set and you intentionally, you know, went over, or not knowingly, okay? So if you say in level 1 or level 2, but it's all still the same premise through the viewership, you know what I'm saying, the person is going through it. You have our grandparents type or parents type, you know, their generation thing, because you have brothers, sisters, we have other that pops up, okay, and this is 4 lives, you know what I'm saying, a brother. So I mean, like, they went through something different, but it's a whole nother. we gotta define what you know. What I'm saying that's what I said. Let's start there first.
Okay.
But it also depends on what the person can endure.
Yeah.
Because you may have a story and it may be to me like, you left him for that?
Yeah.
You know, like, but that goes back to finding what cheating is.
Right. Or what it looks
Also, I say this all the time to the married couples, that you have to respect the person's individual journey. We're all on a journey here. Okay. So, and his journey is his journey. My journey is my journey. Mm-hmm. And I, as your life partner, I have to respect your journey.
Yeah.
Now,
damn, you watch Jada Pinkett or something? She was saying the same exact thing. But go ahead.
It's the fact, because there was what did I say, with 2 or 3 people saying the same thing?
You learn it. You learn it.
Experience.
She was like, yeah, me and Will, we not even like husband and wife. We're life partners.
That's what you are. Yeah. And you only understand that when you realize that you have to respect that person's journey.
Yeah.
And not saying that your journey is for you to cheat on me, repeatedly.
Right. Yeah.
You'll get one time.
Yeah.
But also a part of your journey is for you to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
So you don't repeat it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I am to extend grace for you to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
But after the first time and you repeating the same lesson, it's no.
Yeah.
And from a man's side, it's respecting honoring your if you're married, of course, your wife, but respecting a woman. That goes back to what we were talking about, like all the things, the feminism, like what how it shifted into like this. It's a fed upness, and it's overdue. You know what I'm saying? And that's from a male perspective, because I mean, like, it's not a walking mat, or you know what I'm saying? This the closest thing to God. That's just why when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. It's ordained perfectly to flourish. You know what I'm saying? Create life. You know what I'm saying? Just so when you're getting in shedding on your blessing or your present from God, it says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to like being honorable. But of course, as men develop, because we develop 3 to 4 years naturally slower than a woman. You know what I'm saying? Having a daughter will completely show you that. You know what I'm saying? And every man knows, you know what I'm saying? When you get a daughter, it's a total different viewership of how you're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a respect. Respect goes a long way. So when you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your partner. You know, and when you do start to respect yourself, you carry it different, because you see it different. You know what I'm saying? You see them for who they are, and it's different. Yeah. You know, but it's a lot of development that takes on, because it's self-development. Like,
it's also we have to learn to get our flesh under control.
Yeah.
Just because you want it don't mean you gotta have it. Discipline. You gotta have discipline. And respect. Like he said, for yourself and for your partner and for your relationship. Value your relationship. If you value it, you won't jeopardize it. You won't keep jeopardizing it.
What about the urge to feel, to want to be desired? You know, if you guys remember, Ayesha Curry was talking about how, you know, she was kind of like seeking outside attention, you know, and there was this whole people went crazy.
I think she was being human.
She was being human. Definitely.
I really didn't see what the big deal was. You'll be lying if you don't like when someone say, "Oh, you look nice today." Oh, your hair is pretty. Your eyes are pretty. It's just a compliment. What human don't like a compliment?
It's funny. This whole thing. This don't should be called duality, because that's a very, very true statement. And then in the present time where we at as a man, those are pretty nice pants you got on there. That's a pass in the eye of this feminism thing. But it's like, if you're in the fashion, you like it. Like, you really like those pants. Like, it's just like, yo,
I think it depends on the woman too.
It does. It absolutely does. Or how you say it too. It's like, wow, those some nice pants you got on. Like, I like those pants. You know, so
how you're saying it.
What about saying that on national television?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know, if you had a show, he came in, he was like, nice pants.
You. Like, thanks.
It's
I know they nice. I'm glad you know that.
Right. So that's what Kanye was saying. I know.
What if you guys went together as a couple and I said nice pants? Is that offensive to you?
Nah.
It happens.
Yeah.
And it happens.
But can you see why somebody would take offense to that at all?
They could. They could. It depends on.
Do they have the right to be offended?
That's an insecurity.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything, like women compliment him and don't compliment me.
Yeah.
And fine.
Yeah.
And same thing. A man might compliment me and not say anything to him.
Yeah.
So, there goes back. That's another topic.
When somebody said that girl's bad?
Nah.
I'm going to a whole other topic now.
I mean, it depends on how the compliment is, though, right?
Yeah, it depends. No, like we was at the gas station. This woman was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good," and I could tell she was enjoying his scent, right? So he gets in the car. Man. No, he gets in the car and was like, "Boo, she was talking about you. That's your scent."
Yeah.
But because I had just put on some oil, but she thought it was him. But the way she was saying it, I was like, "Dang, she really enjoying the scent."
She was all wrong though. Yeah. She had the audacity. She was like, "What you wearing? Axe?" I'm like, "Axe." Oh man, but it's just in my.
But there's a time limit though, right? You can't be in the face like
there's a time limit. There's a posture. There's
and they got to give attention to you.
I mean,
no. What if they just come straight up and just look at him for like a minute? Don't even
a whole minute. That's a long time.
Damn.
Don't even look your way.
That's a long time. We're gonna have a problem because it's disrespect at this point. But no, I was going to beeline to another topic.
Okay.
When you said about the woman giving him a compliment and not me, we were talking to another couple.
Let's talk about it.
And I was asking her husband how did he feel or how did he view a woman speaking to the husband and not the wife when they're in the same space.
Okay.
And she know you, but she'll walk past you. Don't say nothing, but always speak to your wife. I mean, your husband. Or just speak to your husband.
Yeah.
Like the hi or anything, like any initiative of conversation.
Hi, hug.
And then she knows you though.
Yeah.
They know both. They would know both.
I mean that could be annoying.
It could be annoying. It could be viewed as disrespectful, but then.
Because you can acknowledge like both of us if you see us more than like.
I think it's a respect level too.
Oh, of not acknowledging you.
Yeah, like I know I would not do this if I know a husband and a wife.
Yeah.
If I know them both, and no matter what level, out of respect, if you guys are in the same room.
Yeah.
And I see him and speak to him.
Yeah.
I'm going to say hi to you as well.
Yeah, I agree with that definitely.
More than 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a familiarity that you're saying, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a gesture. It's a common thing.
Out of respect, you have to.
Out of respect.
So it was...
Because it don't cost nothing.
It doesn't. But
he was trying to say it's because the girl was like 25 or so.
They're so oblivious. Wait,
because the girl younger, so she doesn't want to like...
I don't know. Well, she doesn't know. She
doesn't know. Oh, she's too young to... Okay.
Not even present. Okay. And that respect present. Let me say present. So I would say the respect that this is a courtesy thing. But that goes back to like the common sense. Every time we came out of a door and we saw a person out of a month's time, like 4 times, you're now familiar with that person's, a hey or whatever gesture has, transpired or is going to continue because now you're familiar.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's different because it's also courtesy and then there's respect.
Yeah.
So, like when I hear it, I'm unaware of the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Men just be so clueless.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just be like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like looking at it. I completely understand the one side, but it's like I can't even. The disappointment is so visible there because of the generation.
Yeah.
Like of our generation, like certain respect, moral principle is just non-existent.
So who teaches that? If they're not being taught at home, I could have taken it as a teaching moment, but it's also how she would have received it. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have just been, hey, out of respect, just if you see a husband, say hi to the wife. It's just a respect level type of thing. She could have very well, just popped off, or she could have thought about it, ego out the way, and like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah. So did she ignore it, or she said something?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, it could have been a teaching moment, but then I wouldn't know how she would have received it.
It can get messy too.
Exactly. You know how women are.
But speaking about how guys, we don't realize, like a girl that I talked to, like we went out and there were other people there that we like that I know, and when we came back, she was like, that girl wants to fuck you. Yeah, she said, she a girl that I know, she was like, she wants to fuck you. And I was like, I was like, yo, that's not true. Mm-hmm. Like, nah.
Did you ask her why what made her pick up on that, or why she felt
I tried to avoid that conversation. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, yo, but yeah, like women know. But you don't think it could be any type of misguided jealousy at all, or women just instinctively like they know?
Sometimes it is misguided jealousy or insecurity in women that they may be in denial of.
Mm-hmm.
They just naturally catty, man.
Yeah, but then you can kind of when you're feeling when it's insecurity, and when it's like, nah, something.
Yeah.
Don't trust that one.
Yeah.
Or her intentions ain't right.
A woman's intuition is never wrong.
We still have that intuitive power.
That's back to that respect thing. Like, all men, it's a God gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a woman intuition is never wrong.
Yeah.
So, because it's an energy based thing. You know what I'm saying? That goes to the mind of them picking up or.
Yeah, that's why I was saying when it's an insecurity, and when it's your intuition.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. All right, to wrap it up, let's have y'all pick one word to describe how your week is going.
This week, it's not even one word. Because I've been using.
It's not even one word.
Man, it's it's been a yin and a yang. It's been
duality, huh?
Yeah,
like you said, we should call this episode duality.
Yeah, it's been a tug of war. It's been a
man. It's that's absolutely correct. You know
process.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be. I mean, that's always a general, universal word because it applies to everything. Everything is a process.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Oh, okay.
It indicates that something will happen in spite of.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, this week I've been pushing forth anyway.
Yeah. That's dope.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Can you say that one more time? I don't know if they. That's really
anyway
good.
Indicates that something will happen in spite of something else. So, for me, fear.
In spite of something else.
But I kept pushing anyway.
Yep.
I was feeling a little hurt, but I kept going anyway.
Yeah.
There were some disappointments, but I kept pushing anyway. So it's anyway. Like, that's been my word. Just anyway.
That is a good word.
I'm a little mind blown off of that. I mean, because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Especially like courage. You know what I'm saying? Like but everything that she was just saying, like, so fear was on the other side, you know. If you go through it anyway, you gotta leap anyway. You know, the worst you could do is at least you tried, you know. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, back to the pros and cons. But that anyway is really good, man. Like, I'm a little amazed off that, because that's some good stuff. You know, get the publishing on that. 'Cause, like, seriously, write that down. You know? I really feel that's this power. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely, she's so powerful. You know, that's too, but that's your author now.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
That's an accomplishment, you know? You did it, you know? Okay. You're not gonna give us a word, huh? Because you gonna stick with hers. We're gonna keep it anyway.
Okay, you said describe for this week. I would say courage, though.
Courage, okay.
Courage
I like that.
Me, you know what I'm saying? Because fears is all the way around, and they say it doesn't exist. So back to us getting outside of our head, you know, we gotta be real. Gotta be real with yourself. Gotta be real with others. But you gotta be real with yourself before you can do any of those things. And when you get closer to God, the real reveals. You know, and you got the layers that you have to peel off, and also the process you gotta go through. But to get to the other side, so the euphoria is also joy or peace, or, you know what I'm saying, peace of mind or happiness to certain things you can't elevate unless you really reveal, you know what I'm saying? So that takes courage. A lot of us, you know, we run. Can't run forever. You know what I'm saying? Bob Marley got a song, you can't run from yourself. You know?
That's real. Well, this was dope, you know.
Always a pleasure.
Definitely. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, how?